Okay, we are live on both Instagram and YouTube at the same time. I'm gonna get rid of my gum so I'm not chewing in your ears. Welcome back to our daily live feed. As you're getting logged on, if you would like to come work with me, suitsandposing.com is where you have to go. We do hair, makeup, suits, and posing. All of the fun stuff when it comes to competing. And today we are going to preview this weekend's shows. There's two of them. Welcome, you guys. There we go. Fixing our chat on YouTube. So we are live both on YouTube and on Instagram right now. And we will go through both Miami and Toronto today. And just give it a minute for everybody to log on. And I'm tired today, you guys. Whew. Miss BSPN. Yes, I know. We have so many shows that are landing on like the same days, the same weekends. So we've got this one this weekend. What is next weekend? I feel like I'm missing. Oh, DC Prime is next weekend. And then the following weekend, there's 3 pro shows. So yeah, it's good. It's going fast. Fast. Yesterday's show was awesome. Are you talking about yesterday's live? You talking about the live feed that we did yesterday? Okay, let's see. I should have pounded some caffeine or something before this. I get towards the end of my day here, and I'm like, oh, I need a nap. Okay, good. I'm glad you liked it. Welcome back, you guys. We are live both on YouTube and on Instagram right now, so whichever platform you'd like to go on to, feel free. We are going to start with Toronto tonight, and then we'll move into Miami. Toronto is actually the show that I made my pro debut at. And usually it is a huge show with a huge expo and everything like that. But obviously the last couple of years have affected that. Our girl Andrea there is on the poster for this show because she won the fitness division, earning her Olympia qualification this past fall. So she's up there on that poster for Toronto. But the Toronto Pro Show this year is pretty small. So across the board in every division. I'm sure a lot of people are worried about travel restrictions in Canada and things like that. I know when I was actually looking at this show, the show weekend, I was like, I'm not doing Toronto because I just don't want to deal with any issues. You know, they've still got some lockdown stuff going on and things like that in Canada. And it's just, going across the border is definitely not stress-free by any stretch of the imagination. So this is a tough show to go into. This is a tough show to actually do, right? So the list themselves, like I'm going to talk about wellness a little bit, and I'm going to talk about bikini. Typically, I've been getting on the wellness girls a little bit because their numbers are not very good. And that is also the case here. But across the board, the numbers aren't very good in all of the divisions. So I'm not going to hold wellness girls too accountable on this one because I understand why the numbers are lower. It's just hard. It's just hard to travel into Canada. So when we're looking at wellness, there's 5 girls registered for wellness, and none of them are front runners. We got a couple pro debuts. We've got Angela White, who is transitioning over from bikini. Celeste just competed in Pittsburgh, but she was towards the bottom of the pack. This Daniela from Italy, I believe this is her pro debut. Cass is doing okay. Well, she's not on the list. Okay, well, there you go. So I would say Cassandra's probably your front runner right there. That's your front runner. Keep leaving her off. That's interesting because I got left off of New York, so people were freaking out about me not being on the New York pro list. I'm like, don't worry. I'm like, JM actually has video of me signing my contract. I'm fine. Trust me, I'm good. But with that being the case, I would say Cassandra is definitely the front runner on this particular show. She's just taken second place twice to Sunny. So this is definitely her show to go in and win for sure, 100%. Because I don't see anybody on this list that I'm like, okay, this girl's definitely going to win this, right? Who knows? I mean, one of these pro debuts could be really good. We just haven't seen him on the pro stage yet, so we don't know. So again, I'm not going to get on the wellness girls too much for this particular show because of the restrictions and things like that are going on still in Canada. I mean, even when you look at, women's physique is not very big. Figure is not very big. Figure is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 girls. Again, no real big names there. Fitness is 5 girls. So women's bodybuilding's 4. They're small. They're small lists. So wellness ladies, still got to keep showing up. At least we got some pro debuts happening. That's a good thing. We got some pro debuts going on, so that's a good thing. I'll give you a pass on that one. So we're going to talk about bikini a little bit. Again, bikini is not very big, and I expected that at this particular show for reasons I just mentioned. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We have 14 girls in bikini, which for bikini is a small show, right? 14 girls is a small show. Right off the bat, we have to mention that Ashley Kaltwasser's doing this show. She did say before that she was going to take a little bit of a break. She was going to do Mile High as her next show, but decided to jump into Toronto because she's feeling good. So, I mean, that's kind of Ashley's MO. That's what she does. So I'm not surprised. You know what I mean? She has won Toronto a couple of times. She actually won it the year I did it, but I did it in figure. So she did it in bikini. She did win that show that year. So obviously she would be your front runner coming out, right? She'd be the one that everybody's going to place their bets on. Right behind her, I would put Ellie Fernandez right behind her. Ellie can come in looking really, really good, and she can give Ashley a run for her money for sure. Can give her a run for her money for sure. Outside of that, I would say Jody Yunker is also somebody that would be a threat here. She's top 2 or top 3 at the California show that just happened 2 weeks ago. I can't remember what placing she got, but she was in the top 3 for sure, if not top 2. So she would be one to definitely be looking at for this show. And then another one that has done decent this year has been Adair. Adair has had a few top 5 finishes. I think she took second here at Toronto when it happened in the fall. I think I can't remember exactly what her placing was, but it was a good placing in Toronto. So she would be another one to look at. Those would be the ones that I would say are probably going to be in your top 4, your top call out. Ashley, Ellie Fernandez, Jody, and Adair. I would obviously put Ashley into that front runner position. I'd put Ellie into second, and both of them are already qualified for the Olympia. So I think that's a fair assessment as far as putting them into those positions. And then I would put Jody in third and Adair in fourth. That would be my top 4 right there. And then outside of that, not really sure. Outside of that, it's whoever shows up looking great, right? So there's some girls on here that haven't been on stage for a while. There's some that have. And a lot of things can change in the matter of a couple of weeks. So if you just competed a few weeks ago and were maybe a little off or something, changing things up can change everything, can change everything. So we'll see who shows up, who brings it, right? So that's Toronto. Cassandra top 6 at Girl Power. If they haven't hit a top 5 before, I'm not really counting them. Let me see. I'm putting her in real quick in as a threat for anything. See, I plugged her name in. I knew her name sounded familiar, but it's not coming up on NBC News. And I'm assuming it's probably how they have her name listed and spelled. That's what I'm guessing. Let me see. I'm going to try something. Okay, there we go. Yep, it's because of how they had her name. Now it came up. Look. Yeah, I mean, she plays sixth, so I mean that's not bad. But again, unless the way I kind of do these previews is if you've placed in the top 5 somewhere, then I'm going to probably talk about you. If you have not placed in the top 5, then I'm probably not. Right? Now anybody could come up and surprise me. Anybody can. But if you've placed top 5, then you're going to start to get my to get my attention. Yeah, that's just the way that they put her name in on the pro list. Once I changed around how they actually typed her name out, then she did come up. So so who knows? That could be a top 5 for her too. But yeah, I'm going to stick with my top 4 right now, and then we'll see who ends up in that top 5, top 6, right? Okay, moving over to Miami, Muscle Beach. So this one is a big list, and I assume we'll probably see a few people jump on as well. So let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 26 total. So we probably will see, 1 or 2 people add on. We typically do. But the cool thing about this show is there's nobody coming into this show that is an automatic front runner. The only girl on this list that has won a show is Sierra. And Sierra just won a show 2 weeks ago. So she is qualified for the Olympia, but she's the only one. There's nobody else in this lineup that is qualified. We got a lot of point earners. We got a lot of top 5ers in this lineup. So what that means is this show really is anybody's game. It really is anybody's game, which is exciting. That's fun to see. You can see somebody just come into this and just blow it away, we do have wellness in this particular show as well. So before I go to my top 5 for bikini, let's talk about wellness first. Let's do wellness first. So for wellness, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is Miami, you guys. We should have more people than that. We should have more people than 8 in Miami in wellness. Wellness, like Miami, Pennsylvania, Miami, Florida in general. Florida should be the hotbed for wellness, right? So I'm plugging in a couple of these names right now. See if I got anybody that's a front runner here. Let's see. You guys go ahead and shout out anybody if you got somebody. I just don't see anybody that's really. Giselle. Yeah, Giselle. There you go, Devin. Yep. Giselle would be my front runner. It's hard because we haven't had anybody really competing. Yeah. I mean, outside of her, again, it's kind of anybody's game here. So it's good to see some new names. Let's focus on some good things. It's good to see some new names coming out. That's a good thing. Maybe Sheila. There you go. Sheila would be top 5. There you go. Definitely, we're on the same page right now. So maybe Sheila. That's really about it. I'm going to see if I really want to put anybody else into this category, but I don't think I do. I think it's going to be between Giselle and Sheila. I don't see anybody else here that's popping out at me. Yeah, nope. Julianne. I pulled her up a second ago. Let me look. Yeah, I mean, I just don't, I don't know. Maybe. You know, it's hard. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know she did Pittsburgh and New York. I know, I'm looking at her pictures right now. It's hard to comment on some of these people because everybody's placing top 5 right now. Right? Everybody, because the lists are so small. Lists are 5 or 6 girls. You know what I mean? So everybody that gets on stage is placing. Everybody's getting Olympia points. So are they really the standard for wellness, or are they just in a show where they're getting points because they're the only ones that showed up? You know what I mean? Facts, right? It's just the truth. I mean, these shows have been small, and so you're almost guaranteed Olympia points when you step on stage. You know? So I mean, in this particular lineup, like I said, Sheila and Giselle, that's what I'm gonna go with one of those two. And then we'll see how everybody else falls. You know, I really think what it's coming down to with these wellness girls is whoever wins the shows. It's not even top 5s. You know, with bikini, we can talk about the top 5s because we got lots of really, really quality competitors across the board. But in wellness, it's like 5 girls show up, so all top 5 are getting Olympia points. You know what I mean? Like, all right, cool. So I'm gonna go with Giselle and Sheila for my top 2. There's your top 2 right there. So let's go back to bikini, because bikini is a little bit deeper, just by a little bit. And I have a lot of names written down for bikini. Like I said before, that the exciting part about this bikini lineup is that there is nobody on this list that's really, really strong. There's no Laura Lees in this list, right? There's no Ashley Kaltwasser's. There's no Issa Pacini's. There's none of those. These are all girls that have won. Some of them have won a pro show in the past. Like I said, Sierra is the only one that has won one this year. It's the only one that's actually qualified right now. We have a bunch of girls also that were taking some time off, and before their time off, they were top 5s as well. So, you know, there's a lot of girls in here that could just kind of jump out, right? Sorry, what shows are we talking about? Miami. So I wrote down, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I wrote down 8 potential girls for this top call out. And it's solely based on the fact that they've been getting top 5s this year, or, you know, right before they went into their break, that kind of thing. So right off the top, we got Lana, who, you know, has been consistently placing pretty high. Top call out, second call out, that kind of thing. Top 3s, that kind of deal. So she's the first one on the list there that pops out. Then we've got Liana Gianna Moore. She's just recently come on the scene and like blew people away at Pittsburgh. Also placed top 6 at New York as well, but she placed top 4 at Pittsburgh. Very muscular. She was a little bit flat in New York, but if she comes back with a little bit more fullness, I expect her to be back up in that top. And then we've got, who's the next one I have written down? I skipped somebody. Hold on. I have, Liana Martinez. So she's another one. Liana Martinez has also been getting a bunch of top 5s. She was in New York as well, but she's been close. She's gotten a bunch of top 5s since she started competing, and this season she's got a couple of them too. Then we have Gabriella Muhammad, who also just started competing and again has been getting top 5s. So you see this theme here, right? Everybody's been getting top 5s. A lot of top 5 girls, right? Then we've got Rachel Ober, same thing, has gotten a bunch of top 5s as well, top 6, top call out, that kind of deal. So she's another one there. Shelby Pierce is back after having some time off, but prior to that, every show she was going into, she was getting top 5. She was one of those top point earners towards the Olympia last year. So she's another one coming back with improvements. And then we've got Erin Stern, who just placed top 5 at New York and is one of the few people in the recent years that has actually beaten Ashley Kaltwasser. And obviously she's won the Olympia twice as a figure competitor, so she's always going to be a threat going into any show. She's just got a phenomenal structure and everything as well. And then, of course, we have Sierra, too, who did just win a show 2 weeks ago out in California, that Night of Champions. So did I miss somebody? I feel like I missed somebody. No, I think I got everybody. So that's the 8 girls I've written down. And to be honest with you, I don't have anybody as my top front runner in this show, because even though Sierra has won a show, she before winning this show, she was always a top 5er and a points earner, that kind of thing. She got to the Olympia on points. So she's becoming a better and better competitor, but I also wouldn't say she's overly dominant. Same thing when we're talking about like Erin Stern. She's a very, very good competitor, but I also wouldn't consider her to be very dominant when she gets on stage. So we have a lot of girls like that in this lineup. So somebody is going to come out and just take it, right? And it's going to be, we're going to hope, well, there's a very real possibility that Sierra could win this again. If that's the case, we won't get anybody new qualifying for the Olympia at this show. But it is wide open. So the fact that we've got a bunch of girls in here that have not won a show, but have placed top 5s, it actually opens this up to everybody else in this show, right? There's nobody that's walking into this show that we're looking at and saying, she's definitely going to be in the top call out. There's nobody like that, right? Now, I can probably guess that the majority of the girls that I just mentioned probably will. But the other thing, too, is that all these girls that I just mentioned, well, not all of them, but most of them, have been outside the top call out as well, have been in the second or third call outs as well. So again, going into this show will be very interesting because there's nobody in this show that is a clear dominant winner, right? There's nobody in the show that I'm like, yeah, she's definitely going to win it, right? Yeah, I love Erin too. So, if I was looking at this and I was a betting woman and I was going to put my money on somebody to win this show, I would put my money on Erin. That's who I would put my money on because of her showing that she just had in New York. But there's a lot of girls that are right on her heels, and so it really could be any one of these people. But if I was a betting woman, I would put Erin and Sierra in my top 2. That's what I would do. I put them in my top 2. And then outside of that, honestly, it's anybody's game. It really is. It's anybody's game. So this might be a dumb question, but like Erin, for example, if you win the Olympian figure, are you qualified for life in any division? No, just in figure. Me too. Yep. No, just in figure. She has to qualify in order to go in for bikini. Erin is a very unique case because she left the IFBB and then came back and re-won her pro card again. So she is actually not qualified for life because she won her figure Olympias prior to when she left the IFBB. So she literally had to start over. So she is not qualified for life on any division. So, but yes, you have to requalify if you're going to go into another division. Like if Ashley Kaltwasser wanted to go into figure, she would have to qualify in figure. Yep. So, and then because this is the question that has happened with the men a lot recently, because a lot of the men are switching, like they're going from 212 to open and vice versa and things like that. So they have to requalify in whichever division it is that they want to go into. So like Shawn Clarita is a good example. He's qualified for the 212 for life because he's won the 212. But he also just won an open show. He won the Legions. He won the Legions Pro Show in open. So he is now qualified for the open division as well at the Olympia this year. So he's a unique case where he can choose which division he actually wants to compete in, right? But no, if you win the Olympia in figure, you are not qualified for any other division but figure for life. Okay. Nor should you be, in my opinion. I think it's a completely different division. You need to requalify, right? So yeah, I would put Sierra and Aaron as my top two. That's what I would do. And then we'll see from there. I'm going to put Aaron in the winner's circle. That's going to be my choice. And then we'll see. Like I said, this is really open to everybody. Even though I just mentioned those 8 girls, the main reason why I mentioned those 8 girls is because of their previous placings. And none of them have won shows other than Sierra, right? None of them have won shows other than Sierra. So this really is wide open. So if I didn't talk about you and you're competing in this show is a perfect opportunity for you to get noticed. Perfect opportunity for you to get noticed, right? Going to give the soft curls a try this weekend per your recommendation. There you go. Yes, I think that will be a great look for you. I do. As long as this humidity doesn't screw me, right? Yeah, that's the hard part about competing in Miami and in Florida in general is the humidity for sure. That Gianna Moore girl is charging. I told Yulia that's my bet. Yulia shakes her head. That's funny. Well, I did mention her as far as a potential top 5 or, even a win here. She did well, like I said, 4th at Pittsburgh and then 6th at New York. Erin beat her at New York. That's why I have Erin ahead of her. I felt like she nailed her Pittsburgh look. I didn't feel like her New York look was just as good. It's still great. Don't get me wrong. 6th place at New York Pro is a fantastic finish, but I felt like she was a little bit flat. She needed to fill out a little, which is completely doable in a couple of weeks, right? Completely doable to fill out. So we'll see what she brings at this show. I do think that she is going to be in the first call out for sure. It's just a matter of where. But I do see Erin probably winning this. And actually, Erin and Sierra will compare well to each other because they have very similar muscle structure. So I'm interested to see how this all plays out. Now, my question is, do they have live streams for these shows? Does anybody know? Because I didn't look. I'll be the first one to say I didn't look. Are there live streams? Let me see. I see Erin winning as well. Yeah, I do. I see her winning. Media info, expo info, register, tickets, live stream. Let's see. I'm looking at live stream right now. They do have a live stream. Buy the pay-per-view. Prejudging. So it looks like you can buy just prejudging, buy just finals, or you can buy all day. So they do have a live stream for Miami. Yep, they do have a live stream for Miami. Let me see if they've got one for Toronto. They're doing good about linking these sites now on the IPB website. That's nice. They never used to have those click-through links. Now they do, which that's nice. Toronto Pro Show. Let's see. Okay. Athlete information, hotel and venue. I don't see. They have it here. Oh, I think they do. Yep, they have a live stream for. Oh, that's the pro qualifier. That's not what I want. Yep, they have the live stream for Toronto as well. So both shows have live streams this week. So that's nice. Toronto's live stream is $43. Ooh, okay. A little pricey there, guys. $42.85. A little pricey. And that's just for prejudging. Finals is $53.50. Guess who will not be buying the live stream for Toronto? That would be me. Guys, that's a little over the top. I've never seen a live stream for a show be that expensive. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. The things I could say. No. We will not be doing that. I'm sure they were pricey last year. Yeah. I mean, it's Canada. I guess everything's more expensive. I don't know. But nope. I will not be buying that. And like I said, with Miami prejudging is $25. Miami finals is $35, or you can buy the whole day for $45. Even that's a little expensive, but that's not bad. $45 for the whole day. Okay, I can handle that. But even that's a little pricey. Bet New York weren't even that, right? Yeah. I think you did something about that pricing last year too. Did I? Probably. If it was expensive, I probably said something. You just got to know the value. You got to know the value of what it is you're selling, right? What if they're anticipating very low attendance? I'm sure it's going to be really low attendance. I mean, you can see from the pro lists that the pro lists are short. They're small, right? So I'm sure I don't know what the restrictions are in Toronto, but I know they still have quite a few restrictions in place. So yeah, I'm sure, but still that's no reason to jack the price up. You're not going to get people to buy that. And I'm looking at Miami, like I only ever watch prejudging anyway. So I'll just order the prejudging, for $25. That's fine. Like I never watch finals anyway. I come on and I watch prejudging. So, that's fine. I have no problem with their pricing, but $43 for prejudging and 50 something for finals. 53.50 for finals and $42.85 for prejudging. Guys, this is we're in a like a recession and like inflation and shit. Like help girl out, man. Like I was just there and they'd started lowering restrictions, but sheesh. Yeah, I mean, it's just, again, going back to I wasn't even considering doing Toronto when I was looking at this particular weekend because of not knowing what the restrictions were going to be. I mean, you can just see it by evidence of the pro list that they're really small. So somebody's going to get an Olympic qualification though. So, good for them. I won't be watching. If I had an athlete in it, I would buy it, but I don't. So, not going to do that. Wow. All right. So that was fun. Any questions, you guys? Anything you guys want to add? That was New York Pro prices. I don't think New York Pro is even that expensive for the live stream. But even that, I mean, it's New York. Way better pro list for New York. Just saying. All right. Anyway, I said my piece. Anything else, guys? Anything else you want to mention? What do you guys think of my picks? So I got Cassandra for Toronto for wellness, Ashley for bikini, putting Aaron in for bikini for Miami, and I'll just go ahead and say Giselle for Miami for wellness. New York Pro is one price for prejudging and finals. Okay, that's what I thought. It was not that expensive. Yeah, I didn't think so. I think it was 40 something. I remember looking at it. I think it was 40 something dollars. And it was for the whole day for everything. So, I mean, that's, even that's a little bit pricey, but I mean, it was every pro division and it was all day long, literally all day long. So you got your money worth, and they had really good, video and all that kind of stuff too. So I got some really, really good footage. I got some New York. I got some of the best footage and photos I've ever gotten at a show ever in my life. I'm so happy with my photos and everything. Missing pro cards being distributed at the wellness category. Why the show's so small? Well, we're not going to go into all that tonight. We've talked about that before. But the wellness pros do need to start showing up more, for sure. In-person prices had 4 separate entry fees. Yes. Yeah. They always do that. I mean, they do that at every show now because, I mean, frankly, they have to make up, as promoters, they have to make up the money somewhere. So like what they used to do with these shows is that it was one price for prejudging, one price for finals, whatever, that kind of thing. But people would come to all of it because of how they had everything structured. Now they have these shows structured differently. So I like the structure of the shows now, but I understand why they are charging separate prices for each entry. It makes sense. I mean, you'd have to pay for that anyway, and you're probably not going to watch. Like if you're going to watch a friend in bikini, you're not going to sit around and watch the open men. That just doesn't happen. The family wants to see you on stage, and that's it. It's very rare that you get people that want to see everything. They did that in Pittsburgh too, Pittsburgh Pro. Prejudging and finals were different prices each day with different prices, all of that. Yeah. Which, like I said, I'm okay with. I'm fine with because I don't need to go watch everything anyway. I watch what I want to watch, and that's it. So, but yeah, this will be a good weekend. I'm really, really curious to see how Miami goes. Yeah, Miami's going to be a fun show to watch. I'm really excited to see how that goes. I like when there's no like straight up front runners because it really does make it anybody's game. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see how that goes. Yeah, I'm excited to see how that goes. So tonight it's Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday. Tomorrow, for those of you that got in on our flash sale, we have an onboarding tomorrow. My sponsored athletes, if you're on here, we have a live tomorrow as well. Because of that, I likely won't be on live here because I'll be live for my sponsored athletes in our sponsored athlete group. So make sure you got it on your calendar. If you don't already, y'all need to be there. Mandatory live feed. That's it. So this weekend, I will be paying attention to these live streams, and obviously we'll have lots of clients and stuff like that too. Next weekend is DC Pro-Am, so we've got a bunch of girls doing that. I'm excited for that show. I'll be doing commentary on that show, so make sure that you get the live stream for the DC Pro-Am because I'll be talking all day long. There's that. Yeah, it's going to be a fun couple of weeks. Want to wish Skylar good luck too. She was on here earlier. I don't know if she's on here right now, but she's doing Miami too. So good luck to Skylar as well, going down there. I feel like I'm forgetting to say something. That's why I'm kind of stalling. I feel like I'm forgetting. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Okay. So, the Clash of the Titans that's at the end of July, it is now on my makeup and hair schedule to book. That was one that I was debating on because USA's is the same weekend, but I decided to stay here local. So I know a lot of you girls wanted to sign up for hair and makeup for local. So I'm going to stay here. So it is on my booking page now. So you guys can sign up for the hair and makeup for that show. You'll be talking and I'll be cheering. There you go. I love it. Yep. So it should be a really good show, actually. DC Pro-Am. I know a lot of girls want to do it because it was just a really good production last year. So because of the production value, they want to do it. So take notes, promoters. Great production value means something, right? Yeah, so like I said, probably tomorrow night we won't be on live just because I've got 2 live feeds to do prior to this. If I do have time, I'll jump on, but it won't be announced prior just because I will be back to back all night. But if I can jump on, if I get off my sponsored meeting in time, then I will jump on and go live. Okay. Other than that, that's it. I gotta go eat. My brain is not functioning right now very well. That's why I'm a little bit slow. I burned all my energy early today. And I haven't had caffeine in a few hours. So doing my best right now. So hope you guys have had a great Wednesday. I sure did. Another really productive day. So it was good. But we got to keep pushing for tomorrow. So hope you guys have a fantastic evening. And like always, if you want to come work with me, suitsandposing.com is where you have to go. We do all the fun stuff in competing, like hair, makeup, suits, and posing. So that's what we do if you're new here. Because I know we got a lot of new people coming in now. So that's fantastic. Love to have you. If you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me. So have a great night, you guys. If we're not back on tomorrow, then I will see you guys again live next week. We're getting to the point where we're doing about 2-3 of these live a week. And then we're getting YouTube actual videos up as well. So that's the whole goal. That's the whole goal. So you guys have stuff to watch during your cardio. And that's it. Hope you guys have a great night. I'm going to end YouTube first. There we go. And we're going to end